This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Kevin Spacey, of course, great actor. I mean, I've always loved watching movies with Kevin Spacey in them. I think he's a very good actor, and it's a shame he got blackballed for doing what everyone in Hollywood does. Yeah, you're horrible people. You're sexual degenerates. You demean people. You sexually assault people. This is the Hollywood credo. But he must have done something to annoy somebody of power in Hollywood, and they pulled out their atom bomb. Like I said before, they all have atom bombs on other people. But if you do something wrong, they'll use it on you. Because I don't see as how Kevin Spacey did anything different than any of them. He supposedly sexually harassed guys when they would come to his house. He would get young actors to come to his house or his apartment under the guise of, I'm going to teach you a little something about acting. First of all, how stupid do you have to be? This guy is legendarily gay, and you go to his house to learn about acting? Just stop. How naive are some of these idiots? So he did that, and he harassed, from what I heard, some guy, and it went to court. Nothing ever really came of it, but he was blackballed from Hollywood. A loss to us, the people that like watching movies and his acting. So, good luck. So here he is talking about the time he was on a plane, the Epstein plane, with Bill Clinton and a bunch of young girls going to Africa. Yeah. Let's listen to Kevin Spacey, shall we?
I was very fortunate that President Clinton introduced me a lot of business leaders in London because he knew I was coming to the Old Vic. Do you know who I never asked for anything? Was Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't want to be around this guy because I felt he put the president at risk on that trip to South Africa because there were these young girls. And we were like, who is this guy? So I will say this.
There were young girls on those flights?
There were young girls on those flights, yeah. And that's been out. They've talked about it. But here's my point. There's a big difference between not remembering that I met some guy and some woman on a humanitarian trip where my focus was entirely on what we were there to do, and not remembering whether I went to somebody's island. So I never went to Jeffrey Epstein's island. I did not know him, and I never saw him or her after that morning at Buckingham Palace. He didn't even come to Buckingham Palace.
Is it true that Prince Andrew sought your assistance and wanted you to testify that Ghislaine Maxwell was your guest, not his, during that Buckingham Palace tour?
I heard a report about that, but at no time did anyone ever contact me on his behalf. And as I say, I'm not friends with him. I never saw him after that day.
What do you think about what's happened to him?
I don't know anything about it. It's not. I'm not going to talk about someone else's scandal,
Russia. So they settled on Carter Page, and in order to get surveillance authority on Page, they had to use the Steele dossier because there was no other credible intelligence.
Yeah, that was Kevin Spacey talking about Epstein and the plane and Clinton and young girls. Imagine that. Imagine Kevin Spacey is the kind of voice of reason in that whole thing. Like, yeah, I was doing humanitarian work in South Africa. Were you? What is Kevin Spacey doing on a plane with Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton going to South Africa for some charity work? Stop it. Just stop. Like I said, he's just as guilty as everyone in Hollywood. And they're disgusting people. But you know, he's just as disgusting as the rest of them. So when he says, oh, I was looking at Epstein and the young girls and Bill Clinton, thinking this could harm Bill Clinton, him being on this flight. We're doing humanitarian work. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can only imagine the damage Kevin Spacey was doing in South Africa at the time. Oh, my God. Picking up some young black men. Oh, jeez. But there he is, you know, saying that he was the voice of reason. I would never have gone to the island or anything. Yeah, why would you have to? You got everything you need in Hollywood. You got a little power base. You obviously have a name for yourself in acting. You're a respected actor. And there's plenty of young men in Hollywood that want a break and are willing to do anything for it. This guy, I believe Kevin Spacey, no better than Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein had a little more power as far as being a producer, especially with Miramax. You know, a lot of young women wanted to do Quentin Tarantino movies and whatnot. But, you know, this guy was constantly having boys over his place under the guise of teaching them to act. So him having this holier than thou, I was thinking, oh, these girls on the plane, this could hurt the president. Were you? Somehow I don't believe it.